And another thing that's kind of, I turned 50 years old last year. I'll be 51 in like a month and a half, and like a little less than 2 months. And the hard part is overcoming this self-doubt as you get older, where you think that you don't have it, that the time is getting short for you, and that's a hard thing that I'm dealing with too. Today is my mom's birthday. My mom passed away in 2021. Or 2022. So it's been kind of rough, and you try not to let the death of a loved one affect you in a lot of ways. But when you lose somebody that when you lose your mom, or you lose somebody that raised you and then knows you or knew you better than a whole lot of people who you can call them on the phone and they can just hear your voice, something is wrong. It can start to get to you a little bit, and I try not to let it get to me. And I try not to I try not to allow it to be an issue. But this is one of them things that it kind of compounds along with everything else. And this ain't no pity party or nothing like that. It's just me kind of validating this whole situation. And me trying not to ignore it, because I've been known to ignore things that bother me, and it's put me in a position where it's cost me a lot of time, and it's put me in a position where I didn't allow myself to process, to go through the process of dealing with it, and it ended up filtering back to where I was at, or filtering back to me and blowing up and making itself even more of an issue. So I'm trying to deal with this in a way where I'm dealing with it and making sure that I'm processing it, and it's not going to become an issue of me ignoring it. I do miss my mom. We did not have the best relationship all the time. The last time we spoke on the phone, it did not end well, and that still haunts me to this day. And I hate the fact that I did not. I wasn't there to truly be there to help my mom. As she started to really deteriorate, I was involved and distracted in a relationship that was not good for me. And we all go through periods where we have this self-sabotaging behavior, but mine has lasted a little bit longer. Mine has lasted close to like to 12 years of self-sabotaging behavior. And I don't know where that I don't know where exactly that comes from, and I can't speculate to why it's like that, but I'm dealing with it the best way I can, and I'm putting myself in. I'm trying to put myself in a position where I can just correct it, recognize it, correct it, and not make it and just accept good things happening to me. That's been one of the hardest things. It's hard for me to make myself. I made myself vulnerable to the wrong people over the last like 5 years, and it's come back to bite me in the ass over and over and over again. And but I can't allow that to be a deterrent and to keep me from growing as a person. So, in the effort to create more of a better version of myself, this is what I think. This is like kind of therapeutic, and a lot of people are, a lot of people, hopefully, if they do see this, they will see some similar situations, because I'm probably like 1 in 100 million people who do this, who use social media as almost like a check and balance, or a sounding board, or just a way to just release some of the crap that's in your life that that's impeded you from being the person you're supposed to be. As I gather my thoughts, the person that I really want to be, I want to be the person that is looked at as somebody who's helpful, who's friendly, who is likable, and who is very in tune with his environment and the people that's around him. And I over the last several months, I think I've lost a little bit of that somehow, and I don't know what the hell happened. I think sometimes I get to this point where I work my ass off into a position where I'm extremely disciplined, and then I'll let my foot off the gas, and I'll get very relaxed, and then I'll think I've accomplished something, and I'll just kind of let off, and then I've lost all the ground that I've gained over a period of time. It's like I'm on a yo-yo. And I'm blessed to have a few people in my life that I can call and talk to somewhat. But I don't believe I have a deep relationship with people, with any one person, I should say, where I can just call them up and I can just let everything out of my head and just unload everything. and just be relieved after I've talked. I don't have that yet.